Is there anything else that I missed or that you wanted to share to anecdote or
I don't know. There's a lot of stories that we have collected, but I don't think we can we'll finish sharing. It's
is
still
there a funny
growing
story?
because funny story. Maybe probably not funny, but just things that, I mean, every time we meet new people, there's always things that we learn from them. Really,
Hmm.
we are in that stage where we are meeting people and trying to identify what, like, whether there are needs that we can serve when we upcycle the items that we
Yeah.
have. So, so it's just it's kind of, I don't know, it feels kind of surreal sometimes because it's like we realize that everyone is in a particular situation for different reasons. There's everyone has their own story to share, and I think it's just amazing to be able to also, you know, yeah, to be in this situation where we can go out and be talking to people and to understand people in that way. So I think it's really, yeah, great. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just a great experience for me, and I really hope to be continuing to do this.
Is there
Yeah, I mean,
somebody? Oh, go ahead,
sorry.
Mizah. Sorry.
No, I mean, I share the same sentiment as Jen. I think throughout this whole project, we have met, I mean, not only the residents, but we have met various very interesting, very passionate, very inspiring people. And I mean, that would have never happened if we have not embarked on this particular project and this
Mm.
journey, this participant design journey. So I think that for me, it's also kind of, I mean, it changes how you think about design, how you think about your own community. So I mean, in that sense, I'm very grateful just to be learning from other people and hearing their stories, be it from the resident or be it from another fellow designer or another creative person, for example. So these are the stories that we kind of take in and see how we could kind of work together or get inspired basically. So I think that is something I'm quite grateful for.
Yeah, that's really great. Is there any person in particular that comes to mind when you guys are talking about some of the really unique stories?
Um, okay, well, last weekend I did a couple of house visits, to meet some of the lower income residents, and I'm just amazed by how positive they are.
Mm-hmm.
It could be a case of, for example, one of the families I met, there were 13 people staying in a two-room flat. So a two-room flat consists basically of a living room and a bedroom, and that's it. I mean, of course, the kitchen and everything, but it's a really small space basically. And in that family, there were 13 people. Okay, for
Wow.
various reasons, they all came together, and and I'm just amazed because the person that we're talking to, she's a mom, right? And she was just so cheery and optimistic, and and for her family, it's really important, and at the same time, she still has her own ambition. She's still learning and she's still trying to upgrade her skills. So I'm just really inspired. And I told her so. I said, I'm really inspired by you. And things may be hard, but it's just amazing to see how people can know what is really important to people. Like family is important to her. So as long as she has a family around, nothing else
Mm.
really matters as much, right? So for me, it's just it really gives me a lot of food for thought. Even the way like you live. I mean, I know it sounds like really cheesy, but yeah, I just feel that every time I go out, I learn so much from like everybody. And it's just interesting to see like how everyone has their own like unique circumstances. I think sometimes when we talk about things like poverty or other like kind of that, I mean, just poverty and things like that, we tend to have some assumptions about why people are the way they are. But the more you meet them, the more you realize that everyone has their kind of specific history, right? Specific,
Mm.
situation that happened, and you kind of learn to understand like how that can, how that happened and how the person kind of came to be, how he or she is today.